I almost forgot to record again. Hey, YouTube. I almost forgot to record for you guys, but we're here on Twitch, so. Hang on, before we actually start, I'm gonna. Something real quick. Yap about sports, so. Excuse me again. There we go. Muted on my end for me. So I didn't know the music was still going. Don't worry guys, I'm totally a professional streamer. We're gonna talk about Interior Gate, but we're gonna wait until after we watch the highlights because that would not be chronological order. That will be happening today. It's also very confusing. Did it happen Sunday? Or did it happen yesterday? Something happened Saturday because I could have watched full qualifying Saturday because hell is real, but you know, of hell is real, but you know. Excuse me. I always scroll right past the credit tab. Or marker, whatever you want to call it. Just for a second. Let's rewind. Alright, now we're ready for. Oh, wait, you guys probably actually want to see the highlights. Excuse me. Don't worry, guys, I am professional streamer.
While Insigne scored his
holy loudness, Batman.
first of the year and set up the second. A goal is exactly what Ola Brynhildsen needs. And veteran Kai Kamara, newly signed to his 12th MLS club.
It was funny, there was some leaks tonight. So
the first midweek match day. So do Toronto maintain their momentum? Or will Cincinnati's juggernaut just roll them over? We are underway.
The seats were so empty.
If Anders stands over the game's first corner. That was Brad Smith. It actually struck his arm. And it'll be a free kick to TFC. The referee's letting that one go.
Excuse me, the only good thing in Toronto is for IndyCar race, so we may lose that, which is silly.
It's still keep going. This is Denke. Up against Rusted. Denke still
because
going in
Toronto is a host city.
That is a quite fantastic
and for some weird reason, it's the only soccer-specific stadium we're using.
Like he was going down a blind alley,
and we still have to remodel it
a turn, a shot,
for it to hit the FIFA requirements, which,
losing confidence as soon as he gets on the ball. There'll be a question.
You know, they want more seats so we can make more money off
and he would
of
say
us.
it's in the attacking phase of play. Could it be looked at? But then
see, the new pride flag, I've seen memes that swing it's a pride flag. I can see it.
3 Toronto players in complete control of his body, of the ball, and of the defenders who are spinning around trying to get a foot in. And as soon as that goal opens up, how clean is that?
I just want to know that.
I
wonder if that's supposed to be like away supporters.
And he's been doing it all season long.
Zone.
What a hit! What a finish!
The goal stands. And now,
you know,
Cincinnati looking for another one as they deliver to the back post, and the header is over the top.
Probably should have had a
by the
0-0 draw
Flores.
this match instead of a 1-0 win.
Franklin.
But you know,
out to
it is what it is.
Useful ball in, and that was Bernadeschi arriving, but he couldn't quite get on it. It was Brynhildsen, in fact, and rather stretching to make contact. We've got to watch Evander from outside the box. He's got 13 goals from outside the penalty area since 2023 when he joined the league with Portland. That's his corner.
I mean,
it's in the
of
near
course,
post, flicked off the bar.
He's going to put it right on the plate for you.
Speaking of which, Napoli's match is at 2:45 on Friday. Decide to possibly decide the title.
As Bernadeschi swings in the corner to the back
There are no
post, and
tiebreakers
that's
in Studio.
given away by Robinson, and volleyed
The
back by
tiebreaker
Coelho,
is a
producing the
single
save
match
from
straight to
Celentano.
penalties if tied after 9.
A good strike from Alonso Coelho.
I still think they should be extra time penalties
Simple
because it's
but
the end of the
effective,
season.
and getting their main man in the right areas.
I think
Again,
going
trying
straight
to
to
weave his way
penalties
through.
is a wimpy
And
move.
there
It was
is the
mid-season,
shot.
I could see it.
Well tipped away
In-season,
as Evander let loose again, and everything he hits seems to
it's
turn
weird.
to
I don't know
goals.
why they have
Also,
VAR.
Denke, look how he uses his body, and how
Behind
he twists out of
for a
that
goal.
challenge to be able to then
I don't know why we always
get
play
it across
Toronto
to
in
Evander, who
Toronto
settles it
in
so
May.
well. He's just so good at continuing to hit a target. Settles a ball left-footed.
Like,
gets it, requires the
last year
special
we
attention
played
of
them
Johnson.
And here's his corner, and
the
there
day
is Johnson to
before
parry away.
in Toronto as well.
Yedlin sends it back in. That really is a sandwich.
This is just in my hair.
And then hit on the volley, and well saved.
Man,
He's going to put his foot through it rather than the curler. You go back to this volley from Flores. Look at that technique and the balance.
This is Bernadeschi down the right now and cutting inside on that foot, and the deflection, well, helps it just into the air and straight into the hands of Celentano in the end. But 1-0 is not a comfortable scoreline, so Denke and co will look for more. Here's Brad Smith now. There's 4 in the middle, and Denke arriving. Well, he stuck his boot out. It was going to be hard to control that.
people would say
and
it
it's
was
a goal
so
play.
empty. It might you hope the games.
Santos, the match
It
winner,
kinda
is
did.
on the
You could
field
really hear
now.
from players,
Here's another
like-
of the subs, Kubo. Oh, it slipped through beautifully. And then a side-footed effort from Yedlin, who has not scored in Major League Soccer since 2013.
We need to dig in here.
Quick free kick, long with the header away, the Irishman. Fetched by Valenzuela, nips inside, and the low cross is blocked. And then the follow-up is saved at the first and second attempt. It was Kubo who got both those shots away, but couldn't find a way past Sean Johnson.
And he's squirming from there. Stefanovic, there's the
It
initial
happens,
block, and then he needs his goalkeeper to bail him out.
You can't score every.
He's big and strong here, Johnson. Just looking after that near stick, gets quickly back to his feet as well.
They're trying to find a second and just put this game to bed now. Engels cross, and then hit instinctively from Valenzuela, but another save for Sean Johnson.
Anyway, so it's to Hellas Real. Already, because why not? Haha, it's 420. Which was funny. My order from Sheets after the match was order 420. It was a very lit meal, if you know what I mean. We're just gonna go to the history tab because I had to rewind it to see parts I missed because I was looking out for International Space Station. Okay, it's not that dramatic, but it was quite a high view. And it didn't restart. Oh man, come on. Come on, YouTube. Oh, is it? I think it's actually more user error. So come on, Cam.
You see a lot of damage happening. Daniel Gaza, Diego Rossi, and now Ibrahim Aliou. They'll have the freedom to pick and choose their moments to get into the 18, to drop deep to link the
We
play.
kept choosing
So
Cleveland
many
every time we
game
checked
winners
Columbus.
amongst
It was
that trio. Sergio Santos, Evander's got 7 goals on the season. Kevin Denke, 7 goals on the season. So our principles, and we're going to make FC Cincinnati have to react and respond to us. Pat Noonan told us for his side, it's about the press. Them getting the pressing moments right, and now allowing Columbus Crew to have their way on a consistent basis.
Cincinnati get us underway.
My first
Attacking
reaction
from left
was
to right.
cringe because of the outfits. My second reaction was I hope ACDC sues them. Because I could see ACDC doing that. There's only one team in Columbus that can use that that band, and it's the Blue Jackets. I mean, just a roar from our fans.
Convincing with the clearance, it's on at the back post and in! Denke scores! First appearance in the Hellas Real Derby, first goal in the Hellas Real Derby.
the final third. But the other part of that is, I want you to just keep an eye on how many numbers get into the box.
Mike's
it's all your
drums?
attacking players
Yes.
for FC Cincinnati that find their way into the box, get themselves into some dangerous areas. Evander just keeps us alive. He does well to just keep the play alive. And as a poacher, Kevin Denke, he gets rewarded. We were just talking about himself and Evander being more in sync and on the same page. I'm not sure how much Evander knew about
I still don't
this
understand
one,
why
but in the end, he's able to find
Major
his
League
strike
Soccer
partner.
needs to hire a sponsor.
Your two DPs for FC Cincinnati combined to open the scoring here at lower.com field.
If I'm still sucked up tomorrow, I'll take a
the Columbus Crew plays quite clearly.
right
He
now.
plays Austin instead, who's gone all the way central.
I'll actually do that in between highlights.
Chance from distance, that one flashes just over.
It's an encouraging response from the Columbus Crew. Good movement, good interchange. No one from Cincinnati stepping out to Chambeau from distance.
Nice ball by Amundsen. Good run again by Aliou. Trying to get in behind, little flick back. Austin, big save. Super goalkeeping from Celentano at that near post. Good win back in here.
I still think it's funny if they call that goal. That is
Zawadzki,
definitely
he beat
yellow.
it. He went to ground. That was a lovely flick from
Like if I was
Santos.
an F1
Santos
driver,
with
I
the
saw
cross
that, I'm
over
like,
Denke.
okay, I need to slow down
Evander
now.
controls it, looking for help. Evander pulls it back. What a save from Schulte.
Revolves around Evander, and rightfully
I love
so.
how they've
But the work rate that
just
man here,
embraced
Sergio
Charlie
Santos,
Brown
puts
memes, which I
in
guess is
on
funny,
both
but really
sides of the
again, you
ball.
grew up on yourself with these jerseys for kids.
It should be rewarded.
It should do it for
He does
speed.
well to just keep this play alive. Big save
Oh.
there at the end from Patrick Schulte on the late run.
Aliou, Gazdag. Rossi, a little bit of space for Farsi on the far side. Rossi going to drive down the middle. Plays Farsi. Farsi goes for goal. And it's a save from Celentano. Came off the woodwork as well.
Do you know what? Ali has been really sharp so far as well. But this is good running off the ball. Good running with the ball from Diego Rossi. He has an option on his right. He could have played Ali with the cutback on his left earlier. But Roman Celentano does really well.
Big part of the success. Santos. This one's going to be close. Denke. For now, the flag stays down. Denke. Zawadzki tracking back in. Denke still has it.
I don't know, I'd probably been offside if it wouldn't have been
Right,
that.
the goalkeeper, and the flag has stepped down. So that would have been given if it had gone in.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a golden opportunity for FC
Okay,
Cincinnati.
I am not sure about that, y'all.
FC Cincinnati.
Has stepped down.
I'm gonna
Denke
have
still
to.
has it. Okay, so okay, for now, big part of the success. Santos. This one's going to be close.
For offside, it matters where the
Earlier,
ball is
But
played.
Roman Celentano does
I-
really well.
Big part of the success.
I'm not gonna lie, that is a very tight offside call. I don't
Earlier, but Roman Celentano does
know if
really
we're
well.
able to turn it over.
Part of the success.
Because it's played right there, and yeah, Denke would have been barely onside. Like, they say football's a game of inches, but look at soccer. That's like a game of millimeters. Excuse me. That is definitely just onside. By like a toe.
Santos. This one's going to be close. Denke. For now, the flag stays down. Denke. Zawadzki tracking back in. Denke still has it. Pulls it back. Santos. Right at the goalkeeper. And the flag has stepped down. So that would have been given if it had gone in.
And that's a golden opportunity for FC Cincinnati.
So
Diego Rossi. Going to go short. They've allowed this one to develop. Halfston. Zawadzki on the turn. Zawadzki. Cross. Robertson. Miscue. Gazdag. And it's over.
there's too many chances we missed during this match. Almost the last night.
Rossi.
It was totally Monday.
Unfortunate for Nick Aglin. Comes off his right arm and it's clear and obvious. The referee quickly points to the spot.
Rossi against Celentano. Rossi from the spot scores!
It won't be Napoli so bad.
Columbus Crew star man, and they're back in this one. We're level.
But once the penalty kick is rewarded, there was only going to be one option. Your talisman, your big DP, Diego Rossi, steps up so coolly to level the scoreline. and get Columbus Crew right back in this. But so many bodies to try to get that ball through.
Man,
Delivered in. The goalkeeper flaps out.
I've never seen a team work here in my life in Columbus.
They've gone short on this one. Nagby delivered towards the far post. Russell Rowe! Even better save.
Hilarious how the
Celentano gets there so quickly to his right hand side, one-handed.
I don't sure if even that bulge.
Excellent on both sides. This time Russell Rowe gets the
Right.
contact right, and it's going towards that far post. But give yourself a round of applause. Roman Celentano just keeping his side in.
If he
Good
could go oldest club in
anticipation,
soccer,
strong
he
right
would
arm.
know. Or MLS,
To
he would
deny
know
Columbus finding the go-ahead goal from Nick
what a goal
Hadley.
looks like. I'm thinking Mississippi people probably banned
Columbus Crew
against
still
from.
searching for that go-ahead goal.
If this was a boxing match, Cincy would be on the ropes. Another chance to cross. The header just over.
Honestly, I don't
Well, you're
see how
just screaming that this one has to find the back of the net. Max Arson, what a ball that is. And maybe the contact is just enough for Miles Robinson to throw off Steven Moreira, but it looks like he gets a clean look at it. It just gets under it. All it needs is a slightest little kiss, little glance to the far post.
I don't know. In the second half, Robertson and Celentano were the only ones who showed up. Everyone else is like, wait, this is 90 minutes?
Right at the goalkeeper. Big chance again.
I don't know why so
generated
many
3 or 4 golden moments.
It starts with a turnover.
I can tell with
Well, Max Arson, he gets
kicks
1v1,
like
he's
this back,
isolated.
goalie's gonna
Daniel
save
Gonzalez
it,
able to free
like-
himself up and create a half yard there. His first touch is kind of underneath him, and that doesn't allow him to get the contact he's looking for.
Whistle to his lips and blows the final whistle. Enthralling matchup.
Initiative for
Huddersfield
speed.
living up to billing. Since they get the early goal, Columbus strike back through Diego Rossi, dominate late on.
Anyway. Alright, so we got a rookie on. Alright, before we talk about Pole Danny, talk about F1 100% IndyCar. So we're just gonna look at the live tweets again because you know the FOM we get a little upsetty spaghetti when you upload YouTube videos with our footage. Like NASCAR, they somewhat don't care. IndyCar, if they don't care at all. So and IndyCar's training, but probably not for the right reasons. Excuse me. So you know. Of course, Kimi St. Louis car decides to break down when I get to church. But church is more important for F1. So yeah, the battle for the win was boring. I mean, you can see Max just took the lead on turn 3 and never looks back. Not even that safety car could hurt him, which I was bummed about. I was hoping we would get it. Don't forget if you want to donate to excuse me, scan for QR code. Bro, trying to. Is this a Max fan? Probably is. So Anyway, I don't know what Charles is doing here. That's clearly forcing someone off the track. So Orlando was made a good fight for a podium. I think it's just from my preference over looking at pink. But anyways, oh man. Two leaders kind of ran away with it a little bit. Lewis made his way through the field. Pretty well, so excuse me, he still has it. He just needed a better qualifying, which I think was more Ferrari's fault than his. As you can see, Max had a 9.9 second lead at one point. That's why I started to tune out a little. Our refresher safety car versus full safety car late race made no sense to me. Why was there just a regular one and then a full one when Antonelli's car broke down? I said before my church service started, they just spun a wheel, and the wheel happened to land a full safety car instead of excuse me, virtual safety car. So I believe it was around the same part, same place. Yeah, so that very confusing why this was a virtual safety car and this was the full safety car. I mean, I like Aston Martin's, but I think I like Mercedes safety car just a bit more. I know it's gross to say. I know it's weird to say as a Ferrari fan, but you know, car's a car. Um, I mean, look how. I mean, yeah, look, it's really the same spot. So I don't. I am so confused about why there was one was a virtual safety car, reference a full safety car. Clearly, they could have. Look how close he is to Marshall post. They clearly could have got that with a full, or sorry, virtual safety car. If they did it with the first, it's just now I can see why people in the Shield House Discord, which David Shield House is a great streamer every time. Watch him. Very good at iRacing. Like, probably one of the best on the platform. That's not Coke Series, but anyways, I don't understand why that was the full safety car where everyone was at the same spot, but not. Oh, excuse me, a full safety car. Anyways, it is what it is. It looks like Max. I think Fisher pitted Piastri to give a safety car. I guess there's only a full safety car because maybe something was stuck in the car that had to use a crane. Like usually they can put it in neutral, but okay, yeah, they had to put a recovery vehicle on track, so that was the reason for a full safety car. did they pit Oscar? So I don't know. I'm hoping we pitted Oscar. If not, that's on McLaren for not pitting him. Ooh. Ooh, that could have been a disaster. Just look at that. That could have been a mega disaster, guys. Like, that's good, clean racing. Mwah. Just good, clean racing. And you could tell Oscar needed new tires. Now, here's the situation we were talking about where Leclerc had to give the spot back. I try not to be biased here because I'm a Leclerc fan. But is that just a risk, isn't it? I mean, I'll watch the highlights. I didn't watch the highlights before this podcast, which I probably should have. Because I don't know who was ahead of it coming into return. But, of last lap, yeah, but just wanted to avoid a penalty. Bro. Okay, this tweet is hilarious. Give me back the spot. It's a self-policing penalty. You self-police by and F1 is totally okay with that. Like, it's basically a self-policing penalty. Like, you give a spot back, you don't risk losing 5 seconds, and you can still fight for it. Now, if I had more time, McLaren probably fought for it, but you know, they didn't have more time, so it was. I almost. Hey, I got my podium drivers right, just not for right order. I thought Oscar was gonna win. I thought Max was gonna come second, and I thought Leda was gonna come third. So I knew I was gonna get a double podium, but I didn't think it was gonna become 2 free. I thought it was gonna be a 1 free, and Max was gonna be the sandwich in a McLaren, be the meat and McLaren sandwich, be the sandwich and McLaren sandwich. Wow. I got Monday brain today, but anyways, what Max driver of the day? Now that is some horse, you know what? Like, ooh, he passed one car. Ooh, I'm sorry, but Lewis Hamilton should have been driver of the day, in my opinion. Okay, now this is a delusional tweet. Max Louis did nothing. All he did was pass for the lead on the first on turn 3. That's all he did. How's that driver of the day? I swear, some people, man. I'm sorry, but Lewis should be driver of the day. Super busy at church to vote. But yeah, like I said, we won't. I'm going to become also a risk because, you know, it's not a points event. So, do they have Fast 12 highlights? Then we'll talk about what. I don't know when we'll get history for a video I haven't watched yet. Like I said, Monday brain. Alright, so yeah, I don't understand why people get so mad at what we call poodling, which is just showing scale or suiting. Like, those things are hot. Alright, we got practice highlights up. I may do a live reaction to pit stop contests. Like, just mute the desktop audio here, but have it going through my headset. Excuse me. Alright, we're gonna watch quality highlights for pole day. So, man. And then we're gonna talk about interior of the gate. So, because obviously it's gonna come up whether I like it or not. And it's tired of those teams screwing him over. People have learned after push to pass gate, but no. Then I copy it. There we go. Big audio was okay, but just listen to it.
Qualifying. His teammates Joseph Newgarden and Will Power have failed technical inspection. They have been withdrawn from the top 12 qualifying session as well. We are down from 12 to 9 cars. Third place on the grid.
The fast 9.
2020, the best starting position he's ever had at this race. Pulling incredibly close to the wall on the exit of 4 for Takuma Sato.
I also think, sorry, I should say that's a sign. I don't think Tim Cindric learned his lesson. I think Tim Cindric needs to be just fired completely.
Average so far.
You add more downforce for this right here, the final lap. You want to be able to stay flat through that fourth corner, and Rosenquist does just that.
Don't know what Tim Cindric was thinking. I just think he needs to.
Good job there. P1 and not by a small margin, by 9/10 of a mile an hour.
Sketch factor 10 with 2 corners to go. Schwartzman never raced on an oval, as you said, Will. He's got 1 corner to go, and he might be in the Firestone Fast 6.
If he can avoid the slowest 3 times, that is exactly where Robert Schwartzman will be. On debut at the Indianapolis 500, Robert Schwartzman is the second fastest time, and he's through to the Fast 6. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean,
Dixon with an average of 232.017 over 3 laps.
PC big.
What's he got over 4? Is it better than Malukas?
Excuse me.
It's a 231.971. It puts him third. Critically, it puts him safe. Scott Dixon is through to the Fast 6. Pato O'Ward completes the 4, takes the checker, crosses the line, and for O'Ward, it's second fastest. A very, very tidy 4-lap run. He may not make the Fast 6 if he cannot find something magic on this lap. He is bleeding time and losing out. David Malukas currently transfers on a 231.599. Pelot's dropped to a 231.7 average. He's utilizing the hybrid now. He is
you can see by the nose card, he's really safe by like almost entire car length. But you know,
to fight for the pole here at the Indy 500.
Hybrid power used up coming out of 4. It's going to be close.
Over the line for Pelot, and it's good enough. Up to 5th for Alex Pelot. Here's who advances then to the Firestone Fast 6.
Man, I really thought so had this.
Last chance qualifying. Deployment of the last of the hybrid for Armstrong. Over the line for him. The benchmark time. The benchmark speed to beat,
is part owner, so that's why he's on the
miles an hour.
Excuse me, spotter stand.
2 corners to go for Marco Andretti. His average still high at 229.774.
Do you see a little wiggle there, James? Turn free, the back of the race car just starting to loosen up a little bit. I wonder if that tight line is asking too much of the rear tires.
Has it lost him time in comparison to Armstrong? Over the line for Andretti, and it's good enough to beat him. 229.741. That will be very nicely done. Round the final corner, he will complete this 4-lap average. It won't contest with Armstrong or Andretti.
Checker flag.
It will be a 227.112 for Jacob Abel. VK comes to complete his 4-lap run. It won't set the world on fire, but it will be quicker than his teammate. As it stands, VK is in the Indianapolis 500. His teammate, Jacob Abel, is not. Jacob Abel was the only driver who was going to make a second attempt, and yet here is his teammate.
I love it. I love it. Dale Coyne said, I'm going to allow my teams to compete independently. This, all of a sudden, could be an extremely close battle to make the race. VK rounding turn 4 for the final time.
VK rolled the dice to see if he could go faster.
I know it's best
and
for
as he crosses
average,
the
but
line,
in 8 minutes,
the answer, I'm afraid,
just for
will be that he hasn't.
He
It's
hasn't
a
lapped ski, but most ski lap.
226.9.
It's definitely the last lap.
The average is a 226.4. If he can find a half a mile an hour for the average over the line, Jacob Abel will be in the Indy 500.
I feel it was less grip.
That would be quite the stretch based on what we've
Excuse me,
seen
for
so
the teams
far.
if last chance
But Jacob
qualifier.
Abel is going to give it his best shot. 2 corners to go.
Through turn 3. For
But
the
also
Miller
we're talking
High
about
Life
his car not having enough time to
a
cool
livery
off.
we know so well, a livery that has
Because it
won
wasn't
this race.
too hot.
A
They
rookie
don't want
hoping
it.
to
They want
make
real life
it in.
Goldilocks. We don't want it
The
too hot. We
question,
don't want it too
as
cold.
he rolls to the yard of bricks, is Jacob Abel. And he's not. It's a 226.
So
0.394. Renus VK will be in the Indy 500. Round turn 4 for Takuma Sato, the 2-time winner of the Indianapolis 500, to set the benchmark in the Firestone Fast 6 for RLL. Taku takes a 232.478, and that is a solid benchmark. He's been the fastest man all week, but I don't think this is going to be enough. Palou goes second. Takuma Sato stays on provisional pole. It's good, but will it be good enough? Sato's at 232.478. Dixon's average for the 4 is a 232.0. Sato stays top. At the moment, he's tracking ahead of Takuma Sato. Down into turn 1, into turn 2. It is another first lap in the 233s for Robert Schwartzman. Through turn 4,
I guess car just shows how
the
close
rookie
this
at the Indianapolis 500, down to the yard of bricks and over the line. It's P1 for Robert Schwartzman, and the crowd salute a new hero. It will not be pole for Pato O'Ward, but where will it be? It's third for O'Ward, narrowly ahead of Scott Dixon. Rosenquist now with 2 corners to go to break the hearts and dreams of Prema Racing and Robert Schwartzman. I've got to be honest, I don't think it's there. I think this is going to be history. For the first time in 43 years, we're going to have a rookie on pole for the Indy 500. Rosenquist across the line, and it's 5th. Robert Schwartzman is on pole as a rookie at the Indianapolis 500 for a team in its first ever season.
This was for grid before the penalties were announced.
Up next is the 109th running of the Indianapolis 500, Sunday, May 25th at 10 a.m. Eastern on Fox.
Coverage was at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I don't know what time that is for you. But, yeah, so we are now going to talk about Interior Gate. Excuse me. I pull up Bob's tweet. Maybe easier to go through Discord I'm in to find it. Anyways, excuse me, I think it's funny how they accuse Roger, or not Roger Penske, Chip Ganassi of cheating, but it's just salty fans upset that Pelot is probably one of the best IndyCar drivers right now, if not the best. Excuse me. I think the problem was they initially passed. Well, maybe because they're just. I just think it was Penske. I just think it was the crew being stupid. They found something in the Discord I'm in. So, one of the Discords I'm in. So let me get out MS Paint. Are we gonna have to use Windows Capture for MS? There we go. This is from this year. You can see it's I just think it was the teams being stupid. This is McLaughlin's car, by the way. I just think it was the teams being stupid. And just trying to bend the rules. People say Jake bullshit me, and I don't agree with that. He did not qualify. So I don't know why they didn't just flag it right away. Like, if we try to rush through tech, maybe they need to adjust the qualifying schedule. to not be so even day if we worry about running out of sunlight. So but apparently it's not a new thing. It's just I got caught this time. Apparently this was McLaughlin's car last year. You can definitely see it's blended. I think it's a safety part, so man, I can't wait till we all get banned from taking photos of cars. Because that's definitely blended. I think Fox did a video on what it's supposed to look like on Big Polo's car. I know it's a Honda. I just don't know. But yeah, all right. So here's the explanation from people who actually get paid.
Now, there was an issue with their attenuators. This is the attenuator. Essentially, it is the rear crash structure at the back of the Indy car. They were alleged to have bonded a section of the car which, per regulations, you are not...
I still think it's funny how Will has to say alleged when it's clear as day. That's what a normal one's supposed to look like. I think this is Polo's car.
Not allowed to do. What that means is they essentially filled in this gap, which James Hinchcliffe, our resident artist, is going to draw on for us.
So you can see the kind of two different carbon weaves here, and it's this line right here that sort of separates the two, where the two have been stuck together. That would be a slight lip, and when you're trying to make an Indy car go as fast as possible in a straight line, you try to eliminate any lips, any edges, anything like that. What the Penske team seemed to have done is fill it in, and you can see right
so
here
if I say
how that darkened area in here is kind of where it's been bond out or filled in some way, and this is a part that's you are not allowed to modify. This is a spec piece.
Yeah, it's very clear in the IndyCar technical regulations that the attenuator is not eligible for any blending or body fit adjustment, as the team Penske mechanics were on pit lane attempting to try to correct that, presumably after technical inspection. But you really are not allowed on pit lane to make any adjustments to your car after tech, save for wing angle and tire pressure.
For those of you who have a copy of the regulations to hand, it is Article 14.7.8.16, bodywork fitting. The rules are very clear, so when Tim Cindric explained to us earlier that it was arbitrary, I'm afraid, so the wording of the regulations, it is in fact black and white. That is why Penske failed technical inspection. That is why they had to remove their cars from top 12 qualifying.
Anyways, technically, for rules sake, they should not be starting last. I'm not saying this has a willpower thing. I'm saying it as someone because as a rules say, they should have just They should have just been able to keep it, and the starting grid should stay the same. But now, for second, for third. But anyways, what can you do? IndyCar made a decision. So we are moving on to our future predictions portion, where we try to predict the future. Ooh, spooky. So excuse me, game one. I don't know. I don't know why, but for Oilers are allergic to winning game one, so I don't think they win game one. Almost tomorrow, Wednesday. I wish we would switch it. All right, so that would take us to Friday. I think they even the series. Unfortunately, game 2 was soon for 8,500, so. And I would take us to Saturday, which nothing. So Sunday. I think Oscar wins his first Monaco Grand Prix. Excuse me. So I think this time we actually see McLaren 1-2. I think they rebound and Lando Norris comes in second. And third, I say Max comes in third. That takes us to the greatest spectacle of racing. 109th running of the Indianapolis 500. And the world's best race. World's best racing series. Now, close on meaning, but it happens so rarely. Anyways, I don't know how to spell his first name, so I'm gonna have to Google it. Takuma Sato is gonna win his third Indianapolis 500. Excuse me, I just have. Oh, it's been up there. Okay. And then for all right, FCC and then Cooks. Well, no, Cook 600 starts an hour before, which for some stupid reason is on Prime this year. I temporarily got Prime to get this mic, so I'm probably just gonna use my Prime account if I'm not dog tired. I was gonna, or I'm gonna just use my dad's Prime account on the TV behind me, and just sleep during probably for third and fourth stages. Yes, the Cook 600 is the only race with 4 stages. Who do I think's gonna win? It's actually a good question. Um, you know what? I hate to say it, but Swiftly Daily Hamlet's gonna. Then FC Cincinnati kicks off round 7. I would say we're remaining, but we're playing inside. And I think they beat Atlanta 2-0. But yeah. That will do it for today. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Excuse me. God bless. I still believe that Jesus is Lord, and I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. for a short farming sim stream. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we are ending in 3, 2,